Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardware Sense channel, and finally is here on a great price. We have the Xiaomi Mi Air Pro, the Air Pro 15.6-inch laptop, the one with the dedicated NVIDIA MX150, 2 GB of DDR5 RAM. I am happy that finally I was able to grab this one for a very reasonable price, $790 from GearBest a couple weeks back. I think since then the price has jumped a little bit, not that much. I think it's a little bit over $800 at the moment. Why do I think this one is a great deal? Stay with me for this unboxing and overview. And I'm gonna have a few more videos coming up with some other tutorials on this specific laptop. So yeah, let's go into it and open the box. Comes in this original box from Xiaomi, never been opened. It was just wrapped with the DHL plastic. Inside, just like the Air 12, the laptop is positioned between those cushioned foams, so no problems with transportation or traveling. It really is well secured, unless obviously somebody throws it and jumps over it, but mine made it out with no problem. Real quick, slipping it out of these foamy cushions, getting it out of the plastic, and opening the box. Again, I'm happy to see that the box is completely sealed. Nobody has opened it, nobody's tampered with it, so this is great. And again, you can see the specs. We have the 8th generation Intel Core i5-8550U at 15 watts. This one is 6 megabytes of cache and turbos up to 3.4 gigahertz. Also comes with 8 gigs of RAM, DDR4 at 2400 megahertz, which is great to see. Some manufacturers, including Dell and HP, are putting a lower level memory, including DDR3. I don't know why they're doing this, but it is what it is. And comes with 256 gigabytes SSD NVMe. This is the fastest one, and I actually lucked out tremendously with this laptop. You will see in some of my future videos after that. I came out with the unicorn of BIOSys, the 0401, the one that it's fixed the speeds of the SSD, so it's the max at the same time as with unlocked Intel Extreme utilities. In the box, very slim as always. We have a cable, USB Type-C, and we have the charger. The difference here between the Air 12 and this one is, as you can see, is the charger is actually separate from the cable, so you can use different cables. It's a little bit more compact, a little bit mobile in my mind. And actually, Xiaomi are selling those chargers separately, so around $30. If you want to get a second one, you can grab it. Let's quickly look over the ports. Left side, we have HDMI 1.4B up to 4K at 30 frames per second. Right next to it, we have two USB Type 3, USB 3.0 ports, and a combo microphone and headphone jack. On the front, we don't have anything other than the little cutout to kind of put your finger and open the screen. On the right side, we have the SD card slot, two USB Type-C 3.1 ports, unfortunately no Thunderbolt. These 3.1 Type-C ports come with data, power, and video. But the one that is next to the LED light that is showing the charging, you can only use for power. I think the next one can be used only for video and data, but not power. And that mentioned the LED indication light is the other laptops from Xiaomi. When it charges, it will be red, and when it's fully charged, it will turn into green. In the back of the laptop, we don't have nothing, just the hinge, and this is where the wireless antennas are hidden for the Intel 8265 wireless AC Wi-Fi. On the back side of the laptop, we have the vents for the active cooling, the cutouts for the speakers, which are brown branding Infinity by Harman. Remember the Air 12 was AKG branded, and these ones are Infinity. If I have to make a comparison, these are slightly better than the AKG ones, but again, probably the size of them. And the fans, you can see the fans through actually cutouts for the cooling, so intakes from the bottom and exhausts between the screen and kind of the top side of the laptop. The fans are pretty quiet in my opinion. Even when they ramp up, you can barely hear them. So I think Xiaomi did a pretty good job with the cooling, but again, we're gonna put it to the test with some more heavy applications and see how that's gonna perform. Temperature and everything else. You can open the laptop with one hand, which is always a plus. A lot of people are asking why would you do that? Well, I mean, think of it. It's convenience. You know, when you have it lying on your desk, it's great to be opening it with one hand and do something else with the other one. Let's get closer to the keyboard and see it. So this one is different. The color is different from the previous models, the 12 and the 13. They're actually black, not silver. And they're not completely flat. Every single key is kind of indented, I would say. Similar to some other laptops, let's say Lenovo, the ThinkPad series, they have a similar feel. Comfortable to type, very responsive in my humble opinion. I really like the way these these keys feel. And a giant touchpad. Here compared to my Xiaomi Mi Mix, you see how big it is, almost as big as the Mi Mix, and Mi Mix is the 6.4-inch smartphone, so definitely very big, probably 5-inch and something. On the top right corner we have the fingerprint sensor for the Windows Hello, active fingerprint sensor with LN drivers, so it can be used for Windows Hello. I love that option. You don't need to put any passwords or key codes, just use your fingerprint, opens in seconds. Power button as always is part of the keyboard. One little negative in my mind, but at least the feedback of the button is a little bit different, so you can really feel the difference. Plus from Windows you can disable it and not having any issues. As mentioned before, 8th generation of Kaby Lake R, Intel i5, which is the 8250U. The major difference with the Core i7 from the same generation, the 8550, is the cache. This i7 has 8 megabytes and the i5 has 5 megabytes. And the other thing is the turbo. The i7 boosts up to 4 gigahertz, where the i5 goes to 3.4. But we're gonna play a little bit more with the power utilities, and we'll see how we can boost some of that performance in some of the next videos. Obviously I'm going to do follow-up videos how to install and what are the options to install English on Windows, because it comes with Windows Home in Chinese, and we have a couple different options. One is to completely wipe it out and reinstall English, and the laptop will pick up the key, and the other one is to just upgrade the Home to Windows Pro. This way you can install the English pack, preserve everything, the installation, the recovery partitions and everything, and just select English and then later remove the Chinese. So I'm going to go through both options and show you how it's done. So stay tuned to the channel. There'll be a lot more videos coming on the Xiaomi Air 12 and the Air Pro. We're going to play some games, we're going to do some modifications, we're going to do some other things. But so far I gotta say, I really like the way this one looks. I like the dark gray, I like the feel of the buttons. Hopefully they're gonna last longer and not gonna fade away or kind of shine when you start typing, but we'll see. And here's a real comparison with my Air 12 on top of each other. You can see how much bigger the 15.6 inch is. Completely dwarfs the 12.5 Air 12. And weight wise, the Air 12 is about a little over a kilo, 1.07, where the Air Pro is almost 2 kilos, 1.95. So if you're a traveler, if you want to use it on the road, I definitely recommend go for the 12, because it's a lot lighter and it's going to be good for long travelers. Much more compact if you want to work on a plane or something like that. where the 15.6 is more of a desktop replacement, much more productivity. Pricing is crazy at the moment. You know, $790 for the Pro, which is much more powerful than 12, and for the 12 there's around $720 right now, which is insane in my mind. You know, I bought it for $580 and I thought it was expensive, but yeah, that's how the pricing are. That's pretty much it for now, guys. Stay tuned to the channel, hit the thumbs up if you like the video, and as always, you have a wonderful day. Bye.